Hey everyone, we're going to talk about the importance of giving and receiving engagement. So, if you want to really define your account with Instagram, it's very important that you define who you give engagement to. You can receive engagement from as many people as you want. So, when we're dropping in Telegram and we're doing our DM groups and we're just getting natural audiences from getting on the Explore page, we can receive engagement from everybody. It's good. It's good. But think of it like a pyramid, for example. You can receive all the engagement that you want. Here's you up at the top. You can receive it from as many different types of accounts, different niches, in the form of likes and comments and followers as you want. But here is you. As much as you can, you try to define yourself and prove to Instagram that you are defined in your niche. That you are a 10,000 follower luxury account and you only give engagement to 50,000 follower, 100, 500,000, 1 million plus luxury accounts. The higher the better. Now I understand that when you're going through Telegram and you're using different things like that, your engagement isn't always going to be towards the same niche. Now with the 0 to 100K strategy, it will be because you're actually utilizing an account and umbrelling the accounts that you want to build. So if you utilize that strategy, by getting likes on the account that you want to build or your main account that you're focusing on, but getting the likes from all these other accounts, you're never giving likes out. You're never giving likes out, you're never giving comments out, you're defined. So by doing something like that, you're enabling yourself to be an account that is very defined and you're telling Instagram, hey, I'm luxury. I'm all about business or I'm motivation. I'm travel. I'm food. I don't give likes, I don't give comments on donuts and pizzas and stuff like that unless it's to an account that's got 500,000, a million, 5 million followers. And I'm only giving a few a day. I mean, my stuff's important. I only give out the best of the best of the best of the best. And here's the reason that you want to do that is not only you're defining yourself as an account that is very defined in its niche and an authority presence, but you're also protecting your own engagement because when you do grow to 100,000 or 500,000 or a million followers, your account is valuable in giving engagement out. That's how power liking works. See, power likes don't work when you're using a service that gives likes to a million different accounts. Power likes are the most powerful when that account, since its inception, has only given out a select few likes every so often to a select few accounts. So if you do power liking in the travel niche, it's going to be really good if those accounts giving you likes only like 3, 4, 5 different accounts per day, every day of the week, every day of the month, every month of the year. So if you can be one of those accounts that has 500,000 followers, but to that point, you've only liked or commented on this travel account, this travel account, this travel account, this travel account, and this travel account. See what I mean? You're keeping your engagement home. It's valuable to you. You don't give it out. And the only engagement that you have given out to this point or are to high authority niche specific accounts. That's why it's important with your DM groups. You can engage on all of those because if you've built your DM groups right, your engagement groups right, you're only giving out engagement in the form of likes and comments to other authority accounts that are in your niche. You invested to get into those groups that were 20, 50, 100,000 follower DM groups when you only had, 5,000 or 10,000 or 0 followers. You used one of your bigger accounts that you've utilized in the 0 to 100K strategy to get into those DM groups where you can post it at account you want to build, engaging back from big account that you have that you used to get into those DM groups. Does it make sense? So giving and receiving engagement is important. You can receive from as many people as you want, but by utilizing the 0 to 100K strategy, you now have an account that you can use as leverage to get into those DM groups. So that way, if you have an account that you're just starting out that you want to build, when you share to those DM groups, you can share from that big account that is a member of those DM groups, and you can put something like posted at small account username, engaging back from big account. Like what I do is I put posted at Travel Lion, engaging back from Food Alien, which is my 144K, and my Food Alien account is in all these big DM groups. So that way I'm telling them, hey, please give the engagement to this account over here. I'm going to be liking back from my big account. So that way you've got the authority there because they don't necessarily care as much about the account that they're getting the likes from. They just want it to be big, just like theirs is. It should be from the same niche. They prefer it, but nonetheless, it still works out. So getting and receiving engagement, very critical. You should define yourself. So if you want to take that extra step, I do suggest you use that 0 to 100K strategy. And if you really, really, really want to get going, like I said, you can use the Power Likes, you can use the Millionaire Mafia Power Likes. It's very important because with the 0 to 100K, now you are defining yourself. You don't ever give engagement out from that main account that's important to you. You're not giving engagement out from the account that you're focusing on monetizing and building and growing towards that niche, towards that audience that you want to cultivate. You don't give likes and comments out on that account unless it's to high authority accounts. That's why with Travelline, for example, I only follow like 6 accounts, and they're big niche accounts. So when I'm in my feed and I happen to see something that I like, well, the only things that I'm going to be liking on my Travelline account here are this 400,000 follower account, this 200, this 1.2 million, this 18.2 million, this 100K, and so on. So the only things I'm going to see in my feed are all travel and are all big niche accounts. And when I'm getting engagement from multiple audiences, but I don't give engagement out from this account. I only give it out to 500 million follower accounts. I am setting up my account for success. So when I reach that transitional period at 100K, 200, 500K, I can now be one of those accounts charging to give Power Likes at hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per month, because I'm going to be able to boost your post now as a brand new account in my niche. I'm just going to give a like here, give a like here, give a like here on these photos of this particular account, and I might have a few clients a month, but I don't take on 20, 30, 40 clients. I just do 5 or 10, and I make my $1,000 on each client, and I've got my 5-figure per month business by giving the Power Likes. But until that point, it's very important that if you use that 100K strategy, you use it to build new accounts. You are always engaging back on Telegram from that big account, which allows you to get into the big round groups in the Autobots. You never give engagement out from your actual account that you're trying to grow unless it's to your niche specific high authority engagement groups, or if it's to the few select accounts in your niche that you are following that are high authority niche. So you see, it's very valuable setting yourself up. Instagram is so artistic. It's such an artistic application, and there's so many really cool features that if you understand the science behind it, you now know how the algorithm works as far as hitting the explore page. You now know that the explore page is where you get the only type of high quality targeted follower worth having, so you can get those leads, get those sales, and build your lists and be able to monetize, be able to do shout outs, be able to sell your drops. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be getting into later on in Elite and going into Platinum, where we're talking about monetization. So you know how the algorithm works towards getting engagement and getting that exposure, getting those high quality followers on the explore page and going viral. You know how it works towards the importance of the type of engagement that you give out on your account, so that later on you can be that high authority account that now is able to charge for those Power Likes, is now able to leverage your authority presence to boost other people's posts and get paid for it. So that's the importance of giving and receiving engagement. You can get engagement from everybody. You only want to give engagement to certain accounts, certain audiences. So 0 to 100K strategy, as we talked about before, has its space for it being able to accommodate that. It's very important that you do that if you're really serious about growing. And once again, it doesn't happen overnight. So as you learn these strategies, sometimes you're going to come to a point where, like, you know what, I'm going to start a brand new account. I'm going to submit to these bots again. I've got all my DM groups set up. I can take myself out of this DM group and I can add my new account that I'm going to build. I know what I need to do now. I've got my comments set up. I got my logo set up. I got my bio set up. I've got my content ready to go. I've got my 1v1. I've got my shout out for shout out ring. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So now we're going to get into some income. We're going to talk about how to properly monetize shout outs in a few different places you can advertise your shout outs, so you can start to leverage time, income, automation all at the same time. So we're going to start talking about shout outs. Hopefully you understand the importance of giving and receiving engagement and know a little bit more on how that part of the algorithm works. Very important. So now we're going to talk about monetizing, getting into some income secrets with your Instagram accounts and how you can start to monetize the Instagram marketplace. I will see you in the next video.